Good morning and welcome to Mystic Mornings with Psychic Medium Sarah Lemos, co-host of Ghosts of Morgan City and also seen on Portals to Hell. How are you guys doing today? Welcome in. It is now 10 o'clock on the 11th of May. Just kidding. That was last week. Ooh, don't I wish I could go backwards every once in a while. I'm like, let's do this. And it's not even Monday. So let's try this again. Why not? It's Wednesday, May 13th, right? Here we are. Welcome into Mystic Mornings, guys. Marcy, did you like that? I changed the date and everything. I decided that today was the 11th again. Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. I promise today is the 13th. Today is Wednesday the 13th. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Sipping on some Folgers. What you guys drinking? What's in your cup this morning? I gotta know. As you're all coming in and getting safe and cozy, grab yourself some delicious drink. What's in your mug? I gotta know. Right? I'm just changing days. I'm like, whatever. Today's the 23rd of March of October. It's the 1st of October. Welcome in. It's the 1st of October. I know, that's the problem. It's like people actually believe me. So now here I am. Teresa's drinking on coffee. Miss Teresa, how you doing, girl? Welcome in. There's Carrie, our first winner. Our winner chicken dinner of the pendulum. She won the pendulum on Monday. I will tell you, so many of you guys have shared. If you didn't share Instagram, you shared the page. We have grown to almost 2,000 strong here in the tribe. How awesome is that? Hey, Miss Jeannie Bowner. How are you, ma'am? Vanilla latte, yes. Marcy woke up this morning singing to me about her vanilla latte. So I sang back, even though I don't have a vanilla latte. Why was I singing if I don't have a vanilla latte? That just doesn't seem. Lemon water. High five, Wendy. Way to be. Betty's got coffee. Betty, do you take your coffee black? I gotta know. Drinking some hot tea made by Jenny. Lucky. Hey, John. Welcome in, everybody. Ooh, everybody's sipping on coffee this morning. I drink a blend of Red Bull, passion fruit, grapefruit, red raspberries with strawberry drizzle. Holy shoot. Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, guys, I'm Psychic Medium Sarah Lemos, and you are watching Mystic Mornings. This, of course, is Wednesday. And so on Wednesdays, what we're doing is more of a paranormal taste. So as you guys know, I'm a paranormal investigator. You may have seen me on an incredible TV show, Ghosts of Morgan City. I miss you too, Jeannie. And today I'm going to be talking about what I do, what sensitives usually do, what's our job on the team, and where we make a lot of mistakes. Hey, April. Like my mug? You guys ever wonder who got me my mug? That I use all the time. Ice water. Look at him go. I'm drinking ice water. You're heating up your coffee. That's right. Oh, that's right. I'm heating up my coffee because my coffee was cold. French press, shut the front door, hot tea and water, yummy. Hey, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. How we all doing? Get cozy. Hey, Miss Kim. I was just going to text you today. How funny is that? How funny. Decaf French vanilla tea with French vanilla creamer. Hello. That sounds delicious. I'm drinking lukewarm black coffee. You guys are just so grateful we're not doing this like face to face because I have the teacher breath right now. Yes, that breath. How can I help you? How can I help you? I just used to love it when teachers would ask me, what was your question, Sarah? What? I couldn't even do it. I mean, as a sensitive, I'm already smelling, tasting, feeling, experiencing life on a more heightened frequency, if you will. And so teacher breath was not great for me. Who am I kidding? Teacher breath was not good for anybody. Yeah, dude, Dawn, I get you. Weather changes here in Oregon. Seriously, we've been sunny, rainy. We also had a thunderstorm the other night, which was pretty impressive. One of our local photographers got some really great shots. Yeah, I don't do black coffee either. I love coconut creamer. Monk fruit. I also used monk fruit. I left mine at a friend's house, but I love monk fruit. Monk fruit is a great alternative sweetener. It's made from the fruit, the monk fruit, and it is a blessed sugar, believe it or not. So if you're going to eat sugar, it might as well be blessed. Ooh, ready to go. Well, welcome in, everybody. Today is Wednesday, May 13th. I promise this time. It's not October 1st. And we're going to be talking about what it's like for me to be on a paranormal investigation. And I'm going to walk you guys through, and you're welcome to ask questions. Some of you have seen me on TV do this. Some of you have actually walked paranormal investigations with me, because I take and have worked with ghost hunter cruises for years. And we've taken people, hundreds of people around the world, to many haunted locations where I teach about metaphysics, but I also teach about the paranormal. And talk about and really have to teach people how to use their bodies and how to use yourself in a paranormal investigation, because that's what I do. So I teach hundreds of people a year. Excuse me, coffee's burping up on me. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about it. Maybe you guys have some questions. I know some of you guys are paranormal investigators yourself. I am seeing some people come in that actually are investigators themselves. And so we're just going to, there's Kim, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. I want to give you guys a heads up. We are giving away today, a beautiful Reiki charged clear quartz crystal and amethyst. So the giveaway is this beautiful clear quartz crystal and amethyst. It is infused with my Reiki. So I will tell you that this is for calm, soothing, and peace. And so as this gets mailed out, understand that it has been Reiki infused by myself. So there is a good chance that when you hold this crystal that you're going to feel the energy. So don't freak out. Okay. So, so I want to thank everybody who took time to share the page with your friends and your family as we are growing. Good morning, Kimberly. I miss you. There's another one of our paranormal investigators. So I put all your names in a box, and we'll be pulling for that later on today. There will be giveaways every single broadcast. I will tell you, we are receiving packages. No joke. The tribe is starting to receive packages. These packages are the giveaways. I will be trying out the products alongside sending out one to an amazing viewer. So we have art coming from around the world. We have jewelry coming from around the world. We have candles. We have all these different things that we are offering. Because I'm doing my own giveaways for the next 2 weeks as we start getting everything in, which I'm so excited, you guys. Seriously, so many people outpouring saying, yes, Sarah, try my product. Tell me what you think, and then share it with the tribe. And again, I'm really looking for people that were affected by the virus. This is affected your world. It has affected what's going on, and I want to help you out by helping the viewers out, and that's what we're doing. It's that simple. So I want you guys to know that my brother, I have a brother. Yes, I have a brother. His name is Sean. He's an amazing human, and he owns Alligator Screen Printing. Alligator Screen Printing, you may have noticed that I shared that today. That is my brother's company. He lost 70% of his business to the coronavirus. And so I'm asking those of you that have seen the post, which is here in the tribe, Alligator Screen Printing, I'm asking each one of you to go over and like his page today. I really am, because we have the chance to lift people up right now. 70% of his business is diminished. Now, I would have done this even if he wasn't my brother, because 70% is quite a percentage. So even going over and liking his page will up it and will make it so that he can be seen. And you never know. You might want a new mug, or you may want some shirts made for you and your best friend when you're going out paranormal ghost hunting. But if you would do me a huge favor and jump over there to his page, I did write down, I was like, hey, brother, I know how many likes you have, and I'm going to send people your way. And I want to see how many people go over there and like his page, because I want to watch those numbers fly. Let's help him out. Let's get him to that next step. How beautiful is that? That is beautiful, because we can help. We can help. We can help each and every single one of these people. Hi, Sarah. is his page on YouTube or Facebook. Cheryl Williams, he is on Facebook, and it's just alligator screen printing. He's out of Portland, Oregon. And again, he's doing some incredible stuff. I love pets, you guys. I love animals. We love our animals. And he's doing baseball hats and t-shirts with a picture, a logo of your dog. There it is. Mr. John has posted right here the alligator screen printing, and you can jump over on there and give that page a like. Rise these people up who are losing business, and love them through this. There it is. Jeannie Bonner's doing it too. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I got good friends listening in today. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the help. So what is it like for me to be a paranormal investigator? How the hell did I start out? Are you wondering? Well, believe it or not, those of you that know, I've been seeing the dead since I was 5 years old. 5 years old. I've been seeing the dead. I've been communicating with the dead since I was 5 years old. So when I came back into my gift, when I really started honoring my gift, I was right around 27 when I stopped running from it. So understand, I knew I was gifted that whole time. Well, I would tell you I was cursed. I would say I was cursed all the hell. Definitely cursed here. Very much cursed. Felt cursed. And decided instead of fighting it, it was time to merge with it and really start working with my gifts. So immediately I turn on the TV, and what do I see? Well, any paranormal investigator and any psychic medium knows when the first Ghost Hunters TV program came on. And I will tell you, I contacted them immediately. I was like, I am a psychic medium. You need me on your team. I can help. Don't you guys know that I can help? I can do this. I am a psychic medium. You want me on your team. And it was really interesting because, to be honest with you, many teams weren't interested. They're like, here's the thing. Like, we get what you do, but we're looking for evidence. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, just take me out. I'll give you evidence. Like, take me out. Like, just take me out. I'll show you evidence. I'll show you. The thing about it is that back when I started out, it was before Teresa was on TV. It was before there wasn't many television shows about psychic mediums. So we weren't really getting the spotlight at this point. And I just really, really wanted to be able to be like, no, guys, look, like, here, I can prove it to you. Like, I'm seeing this. What are you getting? And really was like, they need psychic mediums on these TV shows. Now, I respect the fact that they didn't want me? Yes, absolutely. Did I understand that they were trying to get evidence that can be shareable? So evidence that is monitored by a device that can then equate that a spirit has been in the room. You can totally tell I am not the tech girl, because I was like, on the what? Wait, on the what? Like, no, hold on a second. So you guys want these machines to do certain things so that you can equate the buzzing, the dog, in the house. Like, that's what, okay. So I had to figure this out for myself and be like, okay, so these guys are trying to create evidence, which is environmental, or is an entity entering the room that is messing with the electrical pulses, which is creating this static, this energy that is now making these devices alerted to the situation. Now, why am I explaining this? You poor things. Any of you that are paranormal investigators have been explained this a million times, because I know you've turned on the TV shows and they've told you, but I always like to explain, hello, that's what I do. My body is that. My body notices when the temperature changes even a flux. My body is so heightenedly sensitive that if any emotion is shifting in a room, I can feel it and name it. So understand that, like, in this, my body does what these tools do. But for an investigative team, they weren't interested. Well, thank goodness. I was asked to join a local team here in Oregon. I was able to do a few investigations with them. Of course, I was what they do is they have me go in first. So back in the day, I would go in and I would read the house before any of the investigators did anything. I would read the house. I'd say, this is the spirit that's here. This is her story. She was married to a pharmacist. He didn't come home one day. And so she started partaking in the medicines and she lost her shit and, what have you. I'll never forget that investigation. And then they go out and collect the information. They go in and try to communicate with what they think is the spirit. And then in the end, they would then tell me, okay, you were right, Sarah. You are right. We did look this up. There was a female that lived here with her husband who was a pharmacist, was a local pharmacist, and here's their story. And it would be great because a lot of times I never ask for validation. Very rarely do I want validation. I don't care. My job is to give the facts. Well, as I started changing, as things started changing, and I started, of course, moved into another team where I was here, the Oregon Paranormal Pack, that was run by my friend James Warren, and I was able to do work for them, and that was a lot of fun. And starting to cross my first spirits, showing people to the other side, explaining death to the dead. So I'm going to say that again: explaining death to the dead, so that they could cross, sitting and counseling the dead so that they felt like it was okay to move on, because middle world is very real, and being attached to this world and being attached to energies karmatically is very real, So, fast forward to TV land, fast forward to Ghost of Morgan City. Now, one of the things that I always do is I will always do remote viewing before I start. So before the team even gets to the property, what you guys may have seen in episode 4, you didn't see it probably in other episodes, but every episode I wrote down what I saw, who was there, what we were going to be seeing, what we're going to be experiencing, because I wanted to make sure we're safe. So understand that one of my jobs, I feel, on the team is to keep everyone safe. Now, I know that that's a huge responsibility, but because I am the one that can see stuff, and so I would write it down, draw it. So some of you saw me draw, and I will, and I'll do that. I'll do that if we're going somewhere, if we're doing an investigation, I will draw it out. So literally draw what the house looks like, what spirits are in there, what spirits are doing, what they're affecting. In episode number 4, we were driving in the RV. They were like, okay, go. And as soon as I get the go ahead, I would start working. I was not allowed to know anything, nothing, not where we were headed, not what direction we were going, not whose house we were going to, not what plantation we were going to. I mean, nothing. And I would draw the house. I would draw what's going to happen, and I would hand it in. I would say, here it is. And then later on in the episode, we would use those because that is what I caught. So some paranormal investigators like myself, that's what we do. So we will actually go to the property itself within our mind, scan it, and see what's happening before we get there, because I want to know if the guys are going to be safe going in or not, and if I'm going to be safe. One of the questions that was posed is, hey, Sarah, do you get scared? Do you ever get scared? Uh-huh. So if you saw the doll episode, Jeremy was talking, and he was getting, he was like, no bad spirits in this house. Like, y'all need to get out. He was really sensing some really negative stuff. And the little girl spirit that I was talking with was getting scared. And so I took her to the bedroom. When I got to the bedroom, my shirt was grabbed. The back of my shirt was not softly draped down my back. It was pulled. And so I screamed and ran around the bedroom like a goober. Like, where was I running? It's 4 walls. Like, I literally was running around. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to go back in the other room because I was trying to protect this little spirit who was probably looking at me like, what the hell are you doing dancing in the room? I don't know. But yes, there are situations where I get scared. So there are situations like that, guys. These are my PJ pants. I look professional from legs up. I'm supposing we all do. But so, yeah, so I do get scared. I do get scared, especially when I'm physically touched. And we're going to be talking more about that next Wednesday, where I share more paranormal stories that I've collected around the world. So I'll be sharing on Wednesdays paranormal stories from around the world, places that I've gone, things that I've experienced. But yes, I do get scared, and I get scared for good reason. I get scared for good reason. So what are some mistakes that psychic mediums make that are on paranormal teams? Let me tell you. One of the mistakes that people make that are sensitives on paranormal teams is you take over. So many psychic mediums, will walk into a situation and say, hey, Jason, will say, you know what? This is what's here. There is a female here, and she is in white. And there's a little boy who likes to play with these toys. And that's what's here. And so that's where we need to focus. And it's like, wait, what? Just because it's your foreseeing doesn't mean it's fact. Okay. Just because I see that the house had pillars and that there was a female spirit there that had her hair pulled up and that she had a dress on that looked just like this, that, and the other thing, doesn't mean I was right. And so as a psychic medium, you need to allow everybody to have their experience, and you can't feed them your information. You can suggest it, but that doesn't mean you're there to color their experience. And this is very, very important. I've been on some really mind-blowing paranormal investigations, guys, all around the world. I've been very blessed to do these things. And I've seen other mediums literally run the show, like walk in and say, no, this is what's going on. Now, I will tell you that if I am somewhere and a spirit's talking to me, I'll raise my hand and I'll say, excuse me, I'm just, there used to be a staircase here. And then they say, nope, there was never a staircase. And so I raised my hand again. I said, are you sure? Because I have the man that used to work here. And he says that, oh, yes, there was a staircase back there. So it's okay to raise your hand and ask questions, but don't lead an investigation. That's not your damn job. That's not your job. Another mistake that's made a lot of times is I'll be talking to somebody and they'll say, well, what stones do you wear during an investigation? None. Like, I'm going on an investigation. I don't mean to be an asshole here, guys, but if you throw a big old piece of black tourmaline on your neck and you have selenite in your butt pocket and all you are is pushing energy away. So if you put a stone on that is a protection stone, I mean no disrespect. Everybody has to do it your way. And if that feels right to you, then that feels right to you. But for me, if I were to put a big old crystal on my neck to block the energy of the investigation, that doesn't make sense to me. So I always tell people, go in as you. Go in as you. Have an experience. Enjoy this paranormal investigation. Because really it has to do with your intention. It's how you start the investigation. So how do I start an investigation? I start an investigation with the only power that we truly have as humans, and that is an intention. Intention. So my intention for this paranormal investigation is that I learn everything that I can for my clientele so that they find peace. So please, all spirits on this property, communicate what you need to communicate so that I can bring peace to the homeowners. May I, myself, and my team be safe as we move forward in light and love only. So I state an intention and then I move forward. Now, can you use things like copper and things like that? Absolutely. That's a stimulant. Copper is a stimulant. It's not a suppressant. So you wouldn't want to suppress a person. You wouldn't want to suppress a spirit. Can you imagine, just for a minute here, imagine you're going into someone's home. And they've lived there for 200-300 years. And you're wearing a big ass piece of kyanite. You got selenite in your butt pocket. You got sage and herbs, and you're gonna cleanse the demons. You're gonna go in there and just gonna cleanse the demons. You don't even know what's going on, but you're just gonna go in. You're full bore. You're full bore here, don't you know? Let me unpack my bag and prove to everybody that, I know what I'm doing, right? So let me just unpack my bag. So here's my sprays and my powders and well, I understand that once you know what's going on in the home, that yes, that's our job. Our job is, once we understand what's happening in the home, what to do to help those spirits. Mind you, not until the investigation is over. If you go whipping out your sage and your bundles and your sprays and your foo-foo necklaces and all that good stuff, here's the thing. What are you going to get? You have shielded yourself so damn much because of the scary stuff that might be in there. Remember, you're doing it. You're rawing yourself. You're going in naked. Yes, Pauline, I'll talk about that in a minute. So understand, I'm not putting you down for wearing crystals. If you want to wear crystals, it's fine. But you're trying to investigate, but yet you're protecting yourself with 40 different things. You did this meditation of light in a bubble all around you, and now you're safe. Okay, now you're safe, but how the hell are you going to get communication? Can I get a thumbs up if I'm making any sense to any of you? I don't mean to offend. I'm just being honest. So if this makes sense to you, if it makes sense why I'm saying, if you're going in to do a paranormal investigation as a psychic medium, don't lead the investigation. Allow the investigation. Don't lead, allow. Our job is to allow the information to come through. So if we're trying to force it, it's a woman. And yet no devices. If there's, what about amethyst drawings in the clearing image? No idea what that means, babe. Damn it, now I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, so it's really important that we allow, and we don't try to push it, because what happens is they might not be getting any answers for a female. It might go all masculine on you, and that female isn't around. But you know it. I'm a psychic medium. There's a female here. Okay, well, now all the investigators are trying to make all the questions fit a female. Did you wear perfume? Did you like to cook? Did you kick the men's ass at poker? All these different things. In reality, we are fusing. We're trying to make things happen, and that's not fair. We are not allowing the spirits to speak. We're not allowing the spirits to commune with us. We think we know better, so we're going to do better. And what are we going to do? Control. Oh yeah, John, I always wear amethyst, period. I'm not going to say that I don't wear stones. I'm saying if you go in and you have a fanny pack of stones on, you have your amethyst spray just in case, you have your lavender just in case, you have your frankincense in case there's a demon. It's like, holy shit. Like, all that stuff is, I won't allow. I have to control. I won't allow. I have to control. It's like, you have to control a paranormal investigation. Like, I see some of these guys too that are on the forefront of things now too. And sometimes I think, just because you're big and you're angry doesn't mean that you're going to play well with spirits. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, for me, then during the investigation, I ask my own questions. And these are the questions I speak directly to spirit. So I might dowse. I might use a dowsing rod. I may use a pendulum, which we talked about on Monday. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit about pendulum work, check out the Monday morning show. And so for me, like I said, I will use clear quartz crystal, which is an amplifier, amethyst, which is a cleanser, and then an amplifier. But I'm not going to use something to push away energy. Do light protections, but also set intention to receive delicate. So let me check this out, you guys. No, hold on. I'm going to read you this, because this is what I'm talking about. Okay. So listen. Okay. So do light protection, but also set intention to receive. Indicate delicate balance. But you're right. You can't shut them out fully if you want to get anything. No. So again, this cracks me up. It's this idea that we have control. Like literally, you guys are saying, it's cool. I'm going to control the situation. I am talking to the dead. First of all, one, you aren't controlling shit. You are not controlling shit. That's what I'm going to tell you. When you go into a paranormal investigation, you're not controlling shit. You can cover yourself in white light. You can do spells. You can set intentions. You could sprinkle yourself with fairy dust. But the reality is you're there to communicate. And if you have crystals, then you might be putting one piece of duct tape over your mouth. And if you have decided to wear sage spray to keep yourself safe, here's another piece of duct tape. Let me put it on your mouth. Then you move forward and you're like, okay, everybody, I'm going to get you all here. We're going to do this. Another duct tape. I'm just saying, if you're trying to communicate with spirit, be careful. Because what it sounds like to me is people are trying to control the situation. If you're controlling a situation, it's for your own good. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're a spiritualist in the paranormal field, it better not be about your good. It better be about the good of the spirit, and it better be the good of your clientele. That's my own personal opinion. Have you ever known? You never know what may happen. You're very right. Have you ever had a spiritual try to scare you out of an area? Agree with you, don't control. I always just say, use me as an item, piece of equipment. Yep, that's what I do. Do you ever feel like some of these haunted places should just be left alone? I absolutely do. So Portals to Hell did a show, I don't know if you guys saw it, in Alaska. And several years ago, we, the Ghost Hunter Cruise, went to this haunted hotel, one of the haunted hotels in Alaska. The guy didn't show up to give the tours, so they told me the basis of what occurred, and I gave the tours. And I will tell you, it's a place that I don't feel anybody needs to mess with. I was down in the basement where the person in the hot tub drowned and all these different things, and it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel right to be there. I don't know, Kim, did you feel right going down there? Anybody else? Yes, the Alaska cruise. Did anybody else feel comfortable going down into that hotel or finding out where the person jumped through the window and there was blood and glass everywhere? Did that feel comfortable to you? You are so brave and pure. It seems my first and only spirit when I was 3 years old. Beautiful. So yes, there are certain homes and places that I say, like, the reason that people are being attacked the way they're being attacked is because they're being asked to be left alone. One question I get a lot of times that nobody's asked actually today is, have you ever been scratched? Have you ever been scratched? Does anybody want to know if I've ever been physically harmed? Does anybody want to know if I've been physically harmed on an investigation? Does anybody know if I have been physically harmed on a paranormal investigation? Or how many times? How many times I've been physically harmed or pushed out of an investigation? Yeah, totally. I do feel like it is a scab that's being ripped off over and over again. And why would we push trauma? Why would we push trauma on these spirits? So that's also a thing Jason had just said. It's really important that we do this with respect. Don't go into somebody's house being disrespectful. If you're going to be disrespectful, be ready for what could come down the line. Yep. So yes, I have been physically harmed. The doll episode, and I was pulled on the episode with the soldier. The spider count. Oh, Marcy, you're so funny. Yes, I think the spider does actually count, Marcy. But so yes, so we did a Virginia City. We got to go out to Virginia City. Anytime you guys get to go to Virginia City, I'll let you know when I'm headed back out there. Seriously, we should all meet up. No joke. Get a big old house and do an investigation down there. We were in one of these hotels, and the long and short of it is that we were talking to a man who was a man of town. He was really well known. He basically owned most of the town. he did have relations with a lady of the night, if you will. She got pregnant, and she chose to let that child go. And I was talking to her, and Amy was talking to her, and we were having this conversation, and all of a sudden my neck started burning, and it was on fire. Like, it feels like burning hot, cold. Burning hot, cold. And it was about that long, 2 scratches down my neck. They were able to take pictures of it and record that I was physically affected. But I will tell you, yes. So the soldier episode, Jason, absolutely. The episode with the soldier, you guys don't understand. Like, I was physically, like, I thought I was going down. I was so scared. I looked at Ben during that episode, and I said, Ben, and he looked at me, he said, yes. And I looked at Jeremy, and I said, Jeremy, and he's like, yes. And I said, if I pass out, you need to know it's not medical, it's spiritual. Well, you can't tell these 2 men that. You cannot tell these men that. Ben was like, get my bag. And Jeremy's like, get my bag. And it's like all this, they're hooking me up all these machines, and my blood pressure was skyrocketing and dropping for no reason. And this spirit, I don't know why, he kept attacking me. And I honest to God don't know why. In that episode, he kicked me in the knee. I almost fell down. I ended up falling down 2 sets of stairs and hurting my knee on that episode. So, like, yes, there's times where spirits do get physical. It's really not, to me, it wasn't that scary, to be honest, but I guess I'm just used to it. I'm used to being affected by the things that you can't see. It was a scary experience. It was because they couldn't figure out why my blood pressure was doing what it was doing. Also, in episode number 2, when I went to Middle World to save the little girl, you may not notice in the episode, but look at my finger. If you look at my fingers in that episode, they actually have me hooked up to a monitor. And what would happen is my heart would beat so fast, like I was running a marathon, and then it would drop back to normal. And so what I think was happening, and I don't have proof, but what I think was happening was when the little girl was touching me, my vibration and my heart rate would elevate. And then when she would step away from me, my heart rate would return to my heart rate. So it was incredible. We didn't share that stuff in the episode itself, but you guys can go back and watch episode number 2, and you can actually see that I have a heart monitor on my finger. And so that was kind of some of the cool stuff that we did on the side to kind of see, what happens to Sarah when she does crazy shit. So that's what happens when I do crazy shit, right? So there's a few stories about what it's like. I will tell you, how do I finish? Now, this is when I whip out the crystals, the sage, the lavender, the frankincense, everything. So by no means do I come empty-handed to an investigation. I come with selenite and amethyst and rose quartz. And so don't think I don't come with it. I just wait till it's time to use it. I will tell you that as you travel the world like I do, some places won't let you cross spirits. They literally will tell you, no. Yes, I have been jumped. I'll actually talk about being jumped next week, because that's been coming up a lot with people, the idea of being jumped. So I will talk to you guys about that next Wednesday, what it's like to be jumped as a psychic medium. Yep. I just said if I was going to pass out, just let me go. Just it's definitely spiritual. It is not physical. I'm fine, you guys, but you don't tell Ben Hansen and Jeremy Leonard that, who are both EMTs. You don't tell them, because literally filming stops. I mean, you have to understand this is what we're doing. It, like, literally they all stop and be like, no, Sarah, we're taking care of you. Like, talk about having big brothers watch over you. And then when Katie's there, it's twice as bad. So, sorry about that, guys. So after a reading, I will use selenite over my investigators. So if I am working with a team, I will take out selenite and I will either rub it down the investigator or cut cords around the investigators. I use rose water after an investigation to heighten the frequency around the investigators. I will do Reiki and remove any attachments. You guys may have seen how I did that in episode 4, Spider Bite episode, where I remove attachments from people. So that's something that I do as a paranormal investigator. And then if I feel need be, I will sage. I will sage the investigators. I will do what needs to take care of for each and every spirit in the home. And I will take care of the people that own the house themselves. Now, those are 3 separate, different things, and I completely take care of them differently. So for me, when I'm dealing with clientele in their home versus my paranormal team that I'm working on versus those, I will bring tons of stuff from, like I said, frankincense, lavender, sweetgrass, California white sage. I don't like pine sage. I don't believe that Ponte Sablo, or however you say, is not my favorite. I know some people are like, what? That is the best smelling shit in the world. Not to me. And so if I'm aggravated, I guess my energy is going to be aggravated. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful scent. For some people, I can't do it. So I don't use that to bless a home. I will use lavender or sweetgrass instead. Any questions for me, guys, before I talk about some of the questions that have been brought up in the tribe? I also do these things when needed. Yep, that's just what you do. You just get it done. You get it done for your people. It's what you do. So if you guys want to be a part of the next giveaway is, of course, next Monday. And all you got to do is run over to Alligator Screen Printing, like their page, and listen to and share one of my podcasts. So there's many podcasts to choose from. You just have to listen to one and share one. And then you'll be added in, of course, to the next giveaway for next week, which I'll be talking about what that giveaway is really soon. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for this one, guys, because I love it. Also want to tell you guys a little bit about Pathways to Spirit. It's a class that I offer online. Have you always wanted to learn to work with your gifts? I have a self-led group that I do. It's $20 a month. It is for the entire year. You do have to sign up for the entire year. And I walk you through all metaphysics and things like that. Moon water I would use for blessings. But if you're interested, guys, there is a link here in the page that is Pathways to Spirit. It starts in July. If you're interested, you definitely want to ask to join the page. That is the only way that you'll be able to get into the classroom and get more details. So that link is here for you guys to check out, Pathways to Spirit. It is a class that I currently have 80 some odd students in right now. I'll be opening the next class for 80 students. Right now we're at 53 students. Yeah, I agree, Jason. It just doesn't work for me. So if you're interested in learning how to work with your gifts, but not just work with your gifts, get your steps in, drink your water, eat healthy. It has all aspects of metaphysics and the paranormal for you guys. It's called Pathways to Spirit, $20 a month. I'm taking the next group starting you in July. I will only accept 80 students. That is it. And those spaces go really fast. So you definitely want to get over to that link and add yourself if you're interested. Been doing the Reiki class. Everybody's doing it kick-ass. Tomorrow they get their first attunement, which I'm really excited about. The Reiki level 1, super excited, super exciting. So I did notice that some people, hey Bill, I did notice that some people were talking about having dreams about waterfalls and issues sleeping. This is so funny. I have been waking up sweating through my clothes. And my friend Marcy was complaining about how the last 3 nights she's sweating, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. She's not getting sleep. She doesn't know why. It's always 3 o'clock. So we go over, we open, I read to her what 3 is. 3 is, you need to get on your purpose, do your things, da-da-da-da-da. Excuse me. But I know so many people have been having a hard time sleeping. And I think that's because our mind is truly having the time to process what it needs to process. But if you are dreaming about waterfalls, what the hell does that mean? I would tell you that waterfalls to me, now waterfalls, it matters what waterfalls mean to you. So for a lot of people that were helping this nice lady out, it's, see, 3 o'clock. Yes, it's time for us to live our purpose. 3 o'clock means get up and live your purpose. And that is why we're talking about our purpose on Monday. So if you have been wondering, how the hell do I find my purpose in this world and how do I live it? I'm going to help you get there. Monday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Mystic Mornings with me, medium Sarah Lemos. Understanding animals, why I see animals, what they mean, and why. A lot of times people will get caught up. They're saying, I keep seeing things, I keep da-da-da-da. It's really important that if you see an animal, ask yourself, what does it mean to me? And what does it mean to the situation that I'm in? We've talked about that a lot here, and I think that's really important. But yes, most of us are waking up at 3. Thank you so much, Faye. I am taking Pathways to Spirit class. I would recommend it. Sarah is a wonderful teacher. Thank you so much. Yep, so it's 3 a.m. So my 3 o'clockers are most people that are either very spiritually inclined or have been working their work. So I will tell you that you guys, it is past purpose time. What Spirit's trying to do is tell you to walk your walk. So yeah, 3 o'clock is definitely what we're going to be talking about on Monday. Living your purpose, actively living your purpose. How do you do it? How do you find it? How do you allow it so that you can finally live your purpose? Super important. Why? Because here on Mystic Mornings, that's what we do. That's what we do. We're going to find it out.